this journey we will find our souls begin to intertwine. Your heart of gold, so pure, divine, and I lost myself.
What's up, everyone? Mystic Mike here with Behind the BS, Behind the Broadcasting Software, and today's guest is, and I always butcher this, Tikaani.
Yes. You got it, Tikaani.
Yeah. I got it right, Tikaani. Yes. Woo, first try. And then I
don't even know how you say
time.
it, but it sounds awesome every time, like when you say it wrong.
I think I usually try to say like Tikaani.
Tikaanwa.
Tikaanwa,
I feel like there's been one before.
I think so. I don't know why. There's not even a W in it.
I know.
But yeah, basically, I'll get you to introduce yourself, say a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your streaming, and then we'll jump into the nitty gritty.
Okay, well, awesome. I'm Tikaani. I wear a cow onesie. I'm kind of known for my cow onesie. I've been wearing that since like December 1st, and then I didn't wear it one day, and everybody got mad. So here I am as a cow for the rest of my life. I am funny, definitely 18 plus streamer. We make some dirty jokes and I swear a lot. And we play a whole lot of random games, you know, Fortnite every now and again, but mostly older games, definitely a variety streamer. And I have a dad joke command that I break out quite often. So
nice. Yeah. I love it. Yes, you're definitely known as the cow person. Because I was actually, when I was messaging you, I think last night, a friend of mine, he saw your picture that you sent me for the graphic and he was like, I know that person. I'm like, oh, she's a streamer on Mixer. And he's like, oh, what's her name? I'm like, Tikaani. And then he's like, oh, it looks so familiar. I'm like, she's usually in a cow onesie. And he's like, no, I'm like, yep.
Cow lady.
Oh, the cow lady. That's right. So we'll move right into, I guess the first question. It's kind of the go-to, helps put everyone at ease. What's your favorite go-to order at your favorite local restaurant?
Oh gosh. Well, I particularly like Mexican food or pizza. So like every time we go out and get Mexican food, it's always like, I need queso, like queso with my chips.
Oh, nice.
Like I gotta have it. It's an obsessive thing.
It's called queso?
Yeah, like it's like Mexican spiced cheese basically. So it's like melted cheese, but just a little bit spicy.
Ooh,
so they just call it queso. It's so good.
That sounds like, yeah, I love spicy food and I love Mexican food too.
Oh, so Mexican food is the best.
I'm gonna have to look that up next time I'm out somewhere. Yeah, we'll get into next one too as well. It's kind of a fun one here. I just started asking it and been throwing some people off. Tell me something about yourself that may surprise others.
Well, I am actually really shy. Like, it doesn't look good on my streams because I'll like welcome everybody and I'm chatty and like I'm excitable and like I'm just like happy. But like out in public, I am a very quiet, timid person. And that's always been like a weird trait of mine because like when I did sales as a job, like all of my jobs have generally been sales or like I've been up in the front working with people and everything. Oh, nice. And like when I'm at work, I'm super outgoing and hyper and, you know, everybody's like, oh my gosh, you know, you're crazy. And then when I'm at home, I'm just like super quiet. Like when we go out in public and I'm not working, I'm like super quiet, like kind of mind my own business. Like I don't like to talk. So.
I never like watching your VODs and watching your streams and I never would have, that surprises me for sure. Cause you definitely look like a very outgoing, very energetic person.
Oh yeah. I don't like to speak up too much. It's very weird. Like everybody always thinks that I'm just going to be like this super excited, outgoing person in public. And then they meet me and they're like, wow, you're a lot calmer than I anticipated. I'm like, yeah. Like, hello.
Do you ever wear the cow outfit out in public or mostly just on stream?
No, my husband won't let me. So he said, no, you're not allowed to do that. I've tried. I occasionally like I'll order pizza while I'm streaming and stuff and I'll answer the door in my cow onesie and I've gotten a little bit of weird looks. And like it's always from Pizza Hut and I go there and they're like, are you the cow lady? I'm like, yeah.
That is awesome. I did the same thing when I was doing Kingdom Hearts and I was dressing up like Soro. I ordered, it was a delivery guy came and I was like on stream and then he's like the door and I'm like, should I answer like this or should I get undressed? And I was like, just go like that. And the same thing, the guy looked at me like, first like, I get a package and he's like, pause. And he's like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, right here. And I get the wig on, the freaking the little shorts on, the boots, everything, like just the full cosplay outfit on. And I'm just come back downstairs. And I'm like, oh God, that guy's probably going around telling everyone and then they're just going to come here all the time now just to see me dressed up.
Oh yeah, it's amazing because they just kind of look at you like you're crazy and because you know I have the cow onesie but it's got udders and everything so it kind of like went up and down to me like he's like and then he's like here's your pizza. I'm like thanks.
Don't you have another onesie too?
I do. I have a giraffe onesie that I occasionally break out, like very rarely. Like, you know, I like it a lot, but it's yellow. And with all my lighting and the green screen and everything, sometimes it edits out. Sometimes it makes my face look weird. Like, so white and
Oh,
black is so much easier.
yeah. I was gonna say with the giraffe one, you should you know Zone Holo, right? Zone Holo?
Yeah.
Because you know she's like obsessed with giraffes, right?
Oh, really?
Oh, she's like got a super obsession with giraffes. I was gonna say you should set something up with her one day because she likes doing like because me and her we've done like like she's done an art stream and then I've played a game.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
I mean that'd be something you guys could do as well, and then dress up as a giraffe. That'd probably make her day.
Oh my God. Some people love the giraffe onesie, but then sometimes I'll wear it and they'll just be like, no, like put back on the cow onesie. This is wrong.
We need the cowie.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe that's where I get the W from. Maybe I was thinking of the cow outfit.
You know what? That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because now that I think about it, you do kind of say to cow, you know, to cowana.
The cowana, yeah.
Yeah, to cowana. You throw a cow in there.
Yeah, there we go. The new branding. No. Actually,
Exactly.
I will ask you, like, how did you come up with the name? Or is that your actual name?
Well, actually, my name is Amber, but I came up with the name because I had a dog named Tikaani. Like the first dog I actually remember having. Like I had a dog before, but I don't really remember her. And like I had this dog for like 12 years. Like she ended up having puppies, and we've had our puppies for 12 years. Like,
oh wow.
you know, yeah. So like she just kind of like started like this whole generation of dogs, and like she's always been like my favorite. She was always there. She was an outdoor dog, because we lived on a farm and she preferred being outdoors. She hated being inside. But like when it would rain and snow, my mom would sneak her in and then she would like sleep in my bed and everything. My stepdad was allergic to dogs at the time, but like so she was always like snuck in my room and I'd like cuddle her and sleep with her and everything. She's like my favorite. So like I just kind of took her name because especially because it's like so unique.
Yeah.
Like nobody knows how to spell it. I feel kind of bad because I keep putting two N's instead of two A's, but it's close enough. Like it's pronounced with two N's, which is interesting, but
yeah,
definitely two A's.
That's awesome. That's like a Full House story there with Cosmo, and then they still have the puppy in the new one. Then the Fuller House, they get the puppy of Cosmo, and that's like a real life story though, real life Cosmo story.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like her puppies just recently passed away. They were like 12 years old. They lived a long, great life, and they were really good dogs. They looked just like their mom, except for they were a lot fatter because they ate very well.
What kind of dogs were they?
Tikaani was a husky mix, I believe, and then the puppies were husky Akita mixes.
Oh. Awesome.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
my favorite type of dogs, huskies, as you may know.
Yeah.
Got two of them.
I have 3 dogs now, but none of them are huskies. So.
Oh yeah, we have an Alaskan and then a Siberian.
Aw.
Yes. Next question we'll move on to what's your favorite part about streaming?
Definitely meeting new people. Like I've always been like an entertainer, despite being so quiet. Like I've always like felt like I'm an entertainer. Like I've always just loved breaking out dad jokes because they're funny to me and making people laugh. And like people come into my stream and then they just click with me and then like we become best friends, and I just feel like I have so many friends out there, and I'll just like give them like crappy dad jokes and then they'll say, no, please don't do that ever again, and it's just amazing.
That's awesome. No, I love it. You, like I said, I've been going through your VODs there for the last few days just because I can't get in as much as I can live because we usually stream at the same time.
Oh yeah.
But lately it's been a little bit easier for me because I haven't been streaming much with the new baby now. So I've been like lurking in everyone's channels lately, which is kind of nice to take that step back and watch. But it's definitely always fun just being in there, even just being in the VODs. Like I find myself sometimes wanting to reply and then I'm like, oh no, I'm watching a VOD. I can't. She'll never.
I've done that before.
Yeah. Like it'll just show up randomly because I've seen it before too, where I'll have random messages in. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, sorry, I'm watching a VOD. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, I didn't know the messages would still go through. Next question is kind of a fun one. What's the closest you've ever come to being arrested?
Well, I'm generally like a well-behaved person. I got my license, and then a couple weeks after, I was driving to school one day. Well, I was late. And I was at a stop sign, and like me and my friend, I was kind of pissed at her because I was kind of mad at her because she was like taking forever to get ready. So we were sitting at the stop sign, and like the semi was across the street, and we were playing like chicken, kind of like he was gonna go, and then I would stop, and then like I would go, and then he it was just going back and forth, like we would, you know, and it was just getting so complicated. And I said finally, like he waved me across, I'm like fine, like, and I went, and a cop car T-boned me. Because I guess I forgot to check left, which I'm pretty sure I did. He came out of nowhere, And so like he totaled my car, and then I had to go to court for it. And like my because I was an auto tech at the time. I was an auto tech for like 2 years, which we learned about like cars and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
my auto tech teacher, he's like, you should have said not guilty in court, because there's no way he totaled, because he said he was going 5 miles an hour, and it's like there's no way he totaled your car at 5 miles an hour. And
Well,
like I
yeah.
thought about it, and I'm like, no, it's just say guilty, just take the fine, just pay
Yeah.
it off, move on with my life. So I'm sure if I had gone the other route, I would have either got arrested or in trouble, like really bad. So it's like,
Or way bigger fine or something too.
oh yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, fuck it, I'll just pay it, make it
Yeah.
look good.
No, understand. And you're okay to swear in that if you want. It is on explicit, so you can be yourself.
Yeah, because I swear a lot. I don't mean to. Like, I try not to. Like, sometimes I'll swear, or sometimes I'll just say flubbergasted, like, out of nowhere. like it's so weird.
I'm the same. I was in the military for 10 years, so like it took a lot for me once I started streaming to cut back a little bit, because my son watches a lot of my streams. So I had to like really cut back. And now it's a lot easier now. But when I first started, it was like the hardest thing ever. I found myself so many times like, sorry, Elijah. Don't say that, Elijah. But now it's a lot easier now. Like, he always laughs and goes, Dad, I hear you swear all the time off the stream. I'm like, yeah, I haven't really curbed that side yet.
Yeah, it's funny how that is when you're on stream. You're just like, oh, can't swear, but when you're out in public, like my mom used to swear all the time, like around me, but then we're more out in public. She's like, oops, sorry. I'm like, what? Like, I've heard you say that word at least 10 times in the car.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's all. This kind of leads into the next question. What is your favorite curse word when you're raging?
Oh, definitely fuck. Fuck or shit. Like definitely I go between those two, or like I'll just make up a word on the spot, but fuck is usually what comes out. So.
Love it. I noticed lately you've been playing a lot of Halo.
Oh yeah.
Are you getting ready for the new one, or just like to play Halo? Because it's a game I've never actually played, to be honest, and don't hate me. I used to be a Sony fanboy.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people. I actually started off with like a PlayStation, and then my stepdad bought an Xbox for us. But like I just I loved playing Halo, and I'm just like, I just really want to stream it. I actually I consider myself a Halo fan, but not a crazy Halo fan, because I didn't know that there was another one coming out, because I don't pay attention.
Oh no!
So,
oh wow!
Yeah, like I don't really ever know that when new games are coming out. Like just one day someone's like, are you gonna play this? And then I'm just like, what? And they're like, it just came out today. I'm like, oh, well, I guess
Sure.
So. Whoops.
Yeah, I'm playing right now. Can't you see?
Whoops. But yeah, so like, I mean, that's kind of nice to know. Like, I'm just like, I just really want to play Halo. Like, and I don't know what triggered it. I'm just like, I just really want to play Halo. So I got together with my friend Mutant Havoc, and then we've just been tearing it up this week. So
Nice. Are you guys starting right from the beginning, or are you playing the latest one?
yeah, we started at Halo 1. We've been kind of going a little bit out of order. We just did Halo 1, 2, and 3, but they're like Halos in between, like Halo Reach or Halo ODST, and I think we'll just wait for those for like another week, but we've just been starting off with the numbers. It's a little easier.
Yeah, because they don't go in order, right? Like like story wise, aren't they like out of order?
You know, it's been so long since I've played it, but I feel like they kind of are, because there are sometimes when they're talking about something, I'm like, that didn't happen yet, like,
oh,
or
cool.
did it? Because I'll just like blank out for a minute. I'm like,
See, I like when games do that sometimes, and then sometimes I don't, because then well, I guess it kind of forces you to go back to play the other game again to try to re-jog your memory of that, whatever happened, if it did happen or not.
Yeah, and like sometimes I like that, but then sometimes it's just like, can I, like, because I just want to play it in order, and then I'm like, oh, right, because 3 goes before this one. It's annoying.
Yeah. I gotta go 1, 4, 3, 5, 2. Oh, my bad.
My bad.
Yeah. Next one. If you could tell your former self one thing, what would it be? And this could be either in respects to streaming or in respects to life in general.
I guess one thing would be like, don't really care about what people say, because when I first started streaming, it was really difficult for me. When I okay, this is like kind of on topic, off topic, but when I did sales, we did like a manager test or whatever to see kind of what manager we fell under, and I fell under like a golden retriever. They did them by animals. So I fell under golden retriever and otter, and golden retriever, they're like known for being loyal and friendly and stuff. So like taking criticism used to be like really hard for me. Like, because I felt like if you said, oh, you should talk about this, or you should stop talking about this, I felt like you were directly attacking me and not like telling me to improve.
Yeah.
Like, So like it was always like really hard for me, but now it's kind of gotten easier. But like people come in and be like, "You're terrible. I hate you," and "You're boring or you're ugly." And like at first it was like, "Ow!" Like my
Yeah.
heart hurts really bad. And then now it's just like, "Okay, cool, thanks." Like
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Yeah. Thanks. Why are you watching then?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I
There's
love it when people say you're trash. I'm like, okay, but you're still sitting here watching me. So
Yeah, exactly. It's like there's 1,000 other channels you could be watching right now that aren't trash in your eyes.
exactly.
Like this one would kind of be fun. It'll kind of go with your dad joke theme as well. Just what's like the stupidest joke you've ever heard that just made you still like laugh unconditionally?
So actually, this one's kind of funny, and I've had this one prepped because I say it at least twice a stream. I like to break it out, and it's the one where my mods are like, "No, no, don't do it," and I'll go into my mod streams, and then they'll be like, "Please," I'm like, "I got a joke. Are you ready?" And they're like, "No, no." So it's so Weasel walks into the bar, and the bartender says, "Wow, I've never served a weasel before. What can I get you?" Pop goes the weasel. It's so dumb, but it's so funny.
It is, yeah. I'm so hilarious. I was gonna say I just heard that the other day, and I was like, "Where?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it was your stream."
Yeah, like it's my
awesome.
favorite joke ever, and like I'll just say it all the time. Like when that popped up, because it popped up from my dad joke thing, and when that popped up, I'm like, I gotta tweet that so I can remember that for later. And I tweeted it, and then I just said it like a couple times that stream. They're like, "Please stop!" No, I'm just like, it's so great.
It is. I love it. Next question. What would you consider to be your deepest fear?
So I know a lot of people like say failure, but like I just feel like one of my biggest things I'm afraid of is waking up tomorrow and everybody realizing I'm not as funny or as cool or whatever they thought I was, and like just deciding they hate me. Like that's just my absolute fear. Like when people unfollow me, it kind of makes me think, oh my God, did I do something wrong? And then I'll think about it for a second, but then other people are just, because you play one game that they like and then you don't play it anymore, and then they're like, I'm gone.
Yeah.
But like, which is a little hard for me to accept, but like I always feel like it's like, oh, you hate me, and then like it's just like, oh my God, this is about to be a snowball. Like all 2,100 people that follow me are gonna be like, oh nope, she sucks. So like that just terrifies me, and sometimes I'll just think about it. Like if my followers go down like by 5 or something, I'll just be like, oh my God, is this gonna be the beginning of the Tikaani apocalypse where they're just all like, she's awful?
Yeah, so I hope not.
That's really what it is. Yeah.
I think it's like you said though. People like you play that one game, and then people. That's the only reason they're there for the game. They're not there for the community and you.
Oh yeah.
And at the end of the day, losing those followers isn't a bad thing because.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't particularly like me anyway. They just kind of liked the game I was playing for a minute there. Like some people, and I recognize this, and there's nothing wrong with that either, but some people only follow me because I do playing with followers on Fridays typically.
Yeah. And
like some people are like, are you going to do playing with followers? Are you going to play with followers? And like they're like, you got to play more Fortnite. And I'm just like, well, I'm trying to push away from Fortnite a little bit. So I know a lot of people are going to follow me because of that, but it's like, because I actually recently applied for partner streamer, and they denied me because they're like, oh, because you're a Fortnite streamer or Fortnite popular variety, you have to have like 30 plus views. Like, but I played Fortnite one time. Like, I don't like it that much. Don't label me as that. And I'm just like, I'll just push that away. So.
Yeah, I've been hearing that a lot lately because, if you do play one of the more popular games, they want you to kind of be competitive with the other people that are playing the same game.
Oh, yeah.
And personally, I can't stand Fortnite.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay for me. Like, it's not that like, I don't love it, but I don't hate it. So I usually only play it when my followers want me to, is kind of what, like, and I didn't know, like, when I had applied that they weren't going to take that into account, that I'm just playing it for those people. Like, I'm not really playing it, but like, it was a little frustrating for me because, they said your average views ranges between 10 and 27. I just wish they wouldn't have labeled me as like popular Fortnite streamer. Yeah. Just because for the fact that like I'm playing Halo all this week and I have like maybe 10 viewers at the very most, because like there's 28 people watching Halo. Like nobody's watching Halo. And like I think I was playing like Halo and Siege and some like other really small games. Like I played Fable on my stream because I'd never played that before.
Yeah, I was watching that one there earlier.
Yeah, like there were not a lot of people interested in that, but I had fun, so, and that's really all that matters to me.
Exactly. That
I have fun, so. Yeah,
I mean that's all that really, like, you can't look at the numbers and stuff because, especially when you're trying to go for partnership, because they see all that and they know it. It to me, it's like it's all about the, like, because I even shut off now like how many viewers are in my channel and how many. I sometimes I even shut off who's in my channel because even then, because sometimes I was getting caught up on the whole, oh, where's so and so? They're usually here every day. did I do something wrong? Did I offend them? Do they not want to watch me anymore? But then I got to the point where I'm like, well, no, everyone has a life. People do things. People are going to come and go. The true ones are going to always be there no matter what. And even they are going to have the days where they're going to be down and they're not going to want to come watch, or they're busy doing life. So I've started shutting that off too. And then I just started concentrating on just playing what I want to play. Because I started doing like Final Fantasies on Fridays. Like Final Fantasy 7. Some people come in and they're like, oh, this game is so boring. I'm like, yeah, but you know what? I really love it. And they're like, yeah, I like it too. And then they stay and they'll talk for a bit and about it. And we'll start talking about the new one and stuff. And then meanwhile, I'm just playing a game and having a conversation. And that's kind of, I enjoy that.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy that too, and that's why it's like it's so hard, because it's like, you know, I love playing what I like to play, and I recognize that not everybody's like interested in what I want to play, so that's why I kind of mix it up. Like I'll play what I want to play, and then I'll play what other people want me to play, but I'll still have fun because I'll never like touch a game that I absolutely hate. Like I usually generally avoid superhero games, just because it's not that I hate superhero games or superheroes in general. It's that sometimes the combat, I don't like the combat. Like when it's like a circle around you and you have to go towards other people with circles around them, you punch them or whatever. Like that's boring to me.
Yeah, same.
So like I was so scared Spider-Man was going to be like that, and I did not want to play it, but then I played it and I'm like, this isn't terrible. So I'll always give something a chance before I, you know,
turn it down all the way.
No, yeah.
Have you tried Apex yet?
I have, and at first I was not a big fan at all, and then I kind of started liking it a little bit more, but not enough to play it a whole lot. So.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the new Fortnite one. A lot of people are going to get based on. That's going to be one of those ones where it's going to be like you need to have 30 to 40 consecutive viewers too. I think the way it's moving anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer Blackout all the way. I just think that's much better game.
I find Blackout it flows so much better. The weapons sound nicer. Like. It's just, although I don't know, I know you said you don't pay attention to much to what's coming out new, but did you see the trailer today or the Battlefield 5 Battle Royale that's coming out?
I have not. I've never even played a Battlefield before, so.
Oh, check it out. That one looks really good too. Like that one looks like it's going to be like on the COD, same playing field as COD, like a Blackout. Like it looks legit. Like I'm kind of excited for that one.
I'll have to check it out.
Yes. Next question. What would you say is the weirdest thing about you?
Oh my God, I'm going to get so much hate for this. That I don't particularly like cows, but I wear a cow onesie all the time.
So why the cow onesie then? How did that start?
Well, so on December 1st, like, you know, stream miss or whatever, like I decided to stream every day that month. So I'm like, on the first day of stream miss, Tikaani came to the stream in a cow onesie. And like I wore it because I found it at Walmart for $15. I'm like, I need a onesie. And I'm like, I'm going to take that one.
Yeah, why not?
And I just put it on my stream, and then people loved it. And then people hated it when I wasn't wearing it. And I felt bad. So here we are. That's why I tried to bring in the giraffe onesie, but then the yellow didn't look right. And it didn't work. So
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
No worries. That's funny. You don't like cows, but you dress up as one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not like, people are like, oh, do you like cows? I'm like, I like my onesie, because I don't want to openly say it. Not really, but
yeah, not really.
Yeah, my one of my friends, she absolutely loves cows, so I sent her a picture of the cow onesie, and she's like, that's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I'm like, yeah, it's great.
Now, do they just scare you, or do you just like, what is it you don't like about them?
I just think they kind of stink, and they're not like cuddly animals. Like I like horses, which are basically cows, just not black and white, and don't poop quite as much. You know, like I mean, they poop a lot, but you know,
yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. Like I don't even like milk. Like I hate milk. I will not drink milk. Like I'll put it in my cereal sometimes, but like I mean, well, every time I have cereal, but I never have cereal because I don't like milk. So like the only thing I like about the cow is pretty much the steak. So.
Yeah, that's probably the best part of the cow. That and the cheese.
Yeah. Oh, the cheese is pretty good. I do like cheese.
Yeah. I was going to say, you, what was it called again?
Queso.
A queso.
Which is funny. It's just cheese in Spanish, but like it's something about it being queso. Like apparently there's a difference, but it's just melted cheese with spices. So.
I love it. I'm gonna have to look it up again. It's been a while since I've had like real authentic Mexican food. Usually it's that Americanized style Mexican food that's not spicy whatsoever, even though they're like, oh, it's 5-alarm. No, it's not.
No, it's not. Yeah, I went to Mexico last January, not this past one, but the one before. and we went on a cruise and everything, and we sat at an authentic Mexican restaurant. I'm like, I think I like the Americanized stuff a little better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know, like I think it was just I think it was what I got. I just don't think I liked what I got because I'm pretty sure I got like pork or something.
Oh yeah, they're big on pork. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same in
Yeah, I'm not
Cuba
a big
too.
fan of pork,
It's huge in pork when you go to Cuba. I suppose you guys can't really go to Cuba yet, though, can you?
I don't think so.
I don't think so yet. I know there was cruise ships there when we were there last, and they were saying they can't stay there, but they can go do day trips, and that's about it.
Oh yeah.
But that was like 3 years ago now. Next question. Where'd it go here? I just had it. Oh, what would be the title of your memoir if you were to have one written?
Cows and gaming.
Cows and gaming.
or a gaming cow. Like I think one of those two.
Gaming cow.
Yeah. I think that's the only thing I'm gonna be known for is I was the lady that wore a cow onesie and played games badly. So.
Hey, you could be known for much worse things.
True.
Yep. Next one. What is a roadblock you came across and how did you overcome it? And this can be again either within regards to streaming or just in life in general.
Well, I definitely think like the hardest thing for me to come across with, or the hardest thing for me to deal with was people saying that they didn't like me. Like, cause I would take things, like I've always taken things to heart. Even when I worked as like a salesperson, like whenever someone yelled at me about how frustrated they were about a couch or whatever, like I always felt like they were yelling at me and not like mad about said couch. I thought I did something wrong. So whenever people came into my stream and they're just like, you're garbage, I hate you, and your voice is weird and you eat funny and stuff like that. Like I always like take it to heart. Like it kind of breaks my heart a little bit. Luckily it's been it's a little easier for me to deal with that stuff now versus in the beginning 7 months ago. So
well, that's good. Yeah, because stuff like that you gotta take with a grain of salt because some of them I don't know what their goal is, that they get their 15 seconds of fame or to see how far they can go before getting banned or what I don't understand trolls whatsoever. And even more so now I'm starting to like just phase them out. I don't even worry. My mods take care of them. Or they know I'll give a look and then they just take care of it. I don't even have to say anything most times nowadays, which is really nice.
I actually, and you don't have to include this if you don't want to, but I don't care either way. I had someone come into my stream while I was doing a replay of Outlast and they were offering me money to take off my clothes. And I had like said, no, like I would never do that. And they're like, what if I gave you $5,000, you know? And I'm like, no, I'm like, if you ask one more time, I'm going to ban you. That's disgusting. Yeah. And then he's like, oh, I'm sorry. I was just doing it for a YouTube video and I was just trying to get streamers' reactions. And I spent, I'm not proud of it, but I spent 30 minutes tearing into him. And this is when my viewers peaked too when I was playing Outlast. I spent 30 minutes tearing into him about how disgusting that is and like how you shouldn't be treating female streamers like that and how wrong it is. And like I just like was tearing into him. I got a few follows from it and he left because I banned him. I'm like, that's disgusting. I don't want like anywhere near my channel. Don't ever do that. Because he kept saying, can I use the clip? Can I use the clip as I'm tearing into him? So I'm just like, you're a garbage person. I'm like, if I see this clip on the internet, I will come after you. Like you do not have my permission. But I was like so furious. Like I was like, how dare you?
See, I had just like something similar to that. I've had someone, I think my first month streaming, someone wanted to offer me $100 to play with my feet. Like for me to just have my feet on camera and like rub my feet. And I was like, no. Well, at first I was like, sure, man, donate the $100 first. And then my plan was just to take the $100 and be like, sucker. But then he laughed because my mod like just banned him before it could get any further. But I've had someone come in and like they griefed on our Minecraft work because I do a lot of Minecraft. And when he was done, like I didn't care because it wasn't an actual world. It was just a random one that I made that day. So those ones I'm like, someone could come in and TNT the whole thing. I don't lose any sleep out of it. But I don't know, he thought maybe I would. And then he's like started messaging me and he's like, oh, I just YouTubed you. You're going to be all over the internet. And I'm like, I didn't even see what you did because I have my mods in the world. They're usually just floating around watching people. I'm like, they caught you. They made you a visitor so you couldn't do anything. I'm like, I didn't even see what you did. And he's like, oh, it's gonna be all over. I'm like, what's your channel? I was like, because I was trying to be on it, like friendly with him too. And I'm like, hey, I'll watch it, man. I was like, I'll give you permission. Go ahead, show that clip. Like, I really didn't even react because I didn't know what you did until you messaged me. And he's like, oh no, I can't. I'm not allowed to do it. And I'm like, okay, well, why not? Like, I'm giving you permission to use my clip. Like, I'd like to at least see this video and see how you do it and maybe even help you out sometimes. No, you wait. And then I never heard from him again. I'm like, okay. Oh my gosh. So I think some of them just say that as an excuse.
Oh yeah. Like I had someone, me and Tanuki J, we did a playing with followers one day on DayZ. And yeah, we spent like 2 hours with this one guy, and he killed Jay. So I was like, "What the heck? Why'd you kill him?" And then like he headshot me and then said, "Oh well, I killed you because you were coming after me." And I'm like, "I don't even know how to shoot a gun." We just spent 2 hours collecting stuff and hanging out with you, and you just killed us out of nowhere. And like Daisy, when your character respawns, you respawn with nothing. Like I think you get maybe like a little bit of water and like a rag, and that's it. So like, and the world is so big, you have to like go through. I don't know if you've ever played Daisy, but you have to go through and like actually hunt things down and find things, and it's very tedious. And it's been like 2 months, and I'm still kind of salty about it. We had been playing it for like 6+ hours. Like we've been playing it for a long time, and we were meeting up with followers, and everybody was being super cool. And then this one guy just killed us, and I haven't been on it since because I'm just like, well, I don't want that to happen again. Before Jay reaches out to me, he's like, let's play Daisy, and I'm just like, I can't. Like I'm still not over it. I just can't.
I need more time.
Just give me a minute.
That is awesome. Next question. What fictional character do you most relate to?
I'm trying to think of like anything, because now I just blanked on all of the TV and everything I've ever watched in my life. So, I don't know if I'll be able to answer that one.
No, that's okay. We can move on, and if you think of something after, you can shout it out. Next one is kind of a fun one. If I was to ask you at age 5 what you wanted to be when you grew up, what would you have said?
I wanted to be a singer, and I'm not good at singing. So,
well, now who says that? Is that your opinion, or is that anyone else's opinion?
That's mine and my husband's opinion. He's happily told me, please stop singing in the car. Yeah, he's great.
But I think you're gonna have to sing on stream sometime, because I think we need a second opinion.
Oh, it's terrible. I am not I am like so bad at singing. My voice gets cracky, and like I can't like hold I used to listen to like Linkin Park a lot, so like I would sing like In the End to myself all the time, and I don't know why, but I felt it. Or like I would sing what was one? Bodies by Drowning Pool, I think it was. So yeah. I got a lot of screaming in. So now my voice doesn't do so well.
That's awesome. I love it. I think though you're gonna have to do a charity stream one of these days, and that's gonna have to be one of the donate $50 to hear Tikaani sing.
We already have like a little thing on our channel where if I start screaming, because I have a problem with getting scared at everything, so like they'll type in !earball or whatever, and the mods will type that in, and they'll be like, warning, there's a loud cow up ahead, cover your ears, use headphones with caution, don't do it. So awesome. Especially when I play scary games, like I have a timer that's like, don't use headphones like under any circumstances. Like if you can avoid it, please.
Yeah, I suppose be a nice loud high pitched scream.
Oh yeah, it's really loud, and I've been fiddling with my microphone and everything, trying to get it so when it gets too loud, it just like turns it down a little bit, but I haven't quite figured that out. But yeah, I get very loud, and I don't mean to either. Like it's just like I'll just scream at the top of my lungs, absolutely terrified. I'm actually surprised the neighbors haven't called the cops yet. So,
Yeah, maybe they have. You never know.
No, probably they just never showed up. They're just like, oh, that's the crazy cow lady.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, we've heard about her from Pizza Hut. It's all good. Next question. If you could do one thing without suffering any consequences whatsoever, what would you do?
Rob Best Buy, because I spent a lot of money there. They've kind of robbed me. So I would rob them back and just get a new TV and a couple new monitors and stuff. So.
Nice. I love it. Well, that's pretty much all I have. Is there anything I should have asked, or anything you'd like to talk about or to add?
I don't think so, but if you guys want to stop by my stream, I'm pretty funny. I think I have the weasel joke. I got that going for me. So
definitely, yeah. Drop your all your links. You can give out all your Instagram, Twitter, all that, and then I'll also link it in the description as well. And then I'll tweet it out as well after.
Awesome. Yeah, I have it's Tikaani Official, because Tikaani was taken, surprisingly. So Tikaani Official on my Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, because I have that too. I don't know why, but I do. And then on Facebook, it's Tikaani Gaming. So. And then
YouTube as well, just Tikaani, right?
Oh. Yep. YouTube and Mixer, both Tikaani.
Do you ever find on Tumblr, I just got Tumblr as well. I still don't know what it is. I basically have I don't know if have you ever heard of iftt.com?
I have not, no.
Well, you can set it up so basically whatever you post on say Instagram will post to your Tumblr. So I did that because I'm I don't really know how to use Tumblr, but I found this that applet there, they call it. I'm like, I'll do that because then I'm like, maybe it's the same thing. But I keep getting warnings where they're like, oh, we've detected pornography. And I'm like, what? And I go look.
What are you posting?
That's the thing. One was my dog laying, like running around. And I'm like, how is that porn? I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. And then another one was like my baby, like it was like a photo of like I don't know if you saw the photos I posted yesterday of like the behind the photo shoot we were doing.
Yeah.
And yeah, they flagged one of the photos as pornography. I'm like, it's a picture of my wife holding my baby. But then you just appeal it and they right away, they're like, oh, we reviewed it. Everything's good to go. I'm like, did someone report it or is it just like a natural thing?
I've never had that issue like ever. When I post to Instagram, because there is an option if you connect your Tumblr to your Instagram page, kind of like posting Instagram to Twitter or whatever, or Facebook or whatever. Like there's like a little thing you can turn on Instagram, or there should be. I have it, but yeah. So I just use that, and I've never had any issues. I try to post to Tumblr like without posting to Instagram every now and again because you can schedule posts on there, which is amazing. So like when I'm trying to hype up like my 24-hour stream on March 28th, like when I try to hype those up, I just kind of like I'll put them up like every day. I'll have it remind people at random times. I'll just set them up for like random times, like, you know, as much as I can. So it's like, hey, there's a 24-hour stream, and then sometimes people note it or like it. I guess I don't really know. And then other times they just like, like I don't really understand Tumblr. Like I don't get it. I've gotten a message one time and this person's like, I like your content. I'm like, thanks. Are you a fan of the stream? And they're like, oh, you stream? I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Oh, you're just a random. I get that a lot on Instagram. They're like, oh, especially with the podcast lately, I've been getting a lot of stuff. They're like, oh, we really like your stuff. We want to include you in our artist tweet out or something like that. And I'm like, oh, well, it's a podcast. Oh, sorry. No, we're looking for musicians. You reached out to me. Like, did you actually look over my stuff, or is it just an automated thing?
I think my favorite thing on Instagram that I've ever gotten as a message was someone saying, Kate, I'm a huge fan. Can you shout me out on my page, or shout me out on your page? And I'm like, oh, you watched the stream? And he's like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, okay, what's the stream name? And he's like, Tikaani Official. I'm like, is it though?
Oh, man.
Like, no, you were close.
Yeah, you're close, but no cigar.
I don't think you're real.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
Well, people will do anything for, that falls into the whole like follow for follow and everything. Just the little traps everyone's learning.
Yeah, like I've never done follow, thank God, because like I've just never wanted to follow streams I'm not genuinely interested in. Yeah. Which is why I only follow like a very few amount of streams. Like I maybe follow like 20 streams, because like I feel like if I'm never gonna watch you, like I don't want to be followed to you. I don't want to be just a number. I want to be like your viewer, and I want to be in your streams as much as I possibly can and chat with you. You know, like
exactly.
But that's just me. Like when people are like, oh, follow me and I'll follow you back. Because I used to drop my links. I never used to like follow people, but they'd be like, oh, drop your links below. So I dropped my link, and then they would comment, okay, I followed you. You can follow me back. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that's what this was.
Yeah.
So never mind.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like I fell victim to it, I think once or twice, and then I quickly realized like this is just empty followers. Like these people aren't going to come ever watch me, and the odds are they'll probably unfollow me within a week anyway, because they'll be like, oh, I got my follow, I don't need this one anymore. Because I see that a lot on Instagram. I'll get a follow and I'll look at their content. I'll be like, oh, I like what they're posting. I'm going to follow them too. And then like a few days later, it'll be like they're gone, and I'm like, oh yeah, so you just followed me to get me to follow you. So now I'm like really selective on who I follow. I'll try to interact with them first. My account got hacked recently too. I woke up one day with like 9,000 followers. I'm like, what the hell? And I reached out to Instagram. They're like, yeah, someone from like the Middle East basically sent all these bots to my account. And I'm like, well, can we delete them? And they're like, yeah, we're going through right now to see because some of them are actually real accounts, but some of them are fake accounts. So they've gotten rid of like, I think 500 or 600 fake accounts, but they're still going through them. Like this has happened like 3-4 weeks ago now. And I'm like, let's hurry up and get rid of it, because this is like messing up my analytics on Instagram. Like this is not going to make me look good. They make me look really bad.
Yeah, like I get like I fluctuate between like 400 and 300 followers on Instagram, because people follow me and then they unfollow me. Yeah. Like I had this one golf video, which wasn't even like good. I just hit the ball and it went like off sideways. It looked terrible, but the video made it look good. So because I'm not good at golf, because my husband loves golf. But like these people like tagged themselves and everything, which is fine, whatever. You know, they like tagged themselves in the video, and then they followed me and stuff. They're like, I love your golf content. I'm like, oh, that one video.
That whole one video.
Yeah, that one like 6-second video. Like, I'm glad you do. I'll try to post more, maybe one time a year.
No, I love it. But yeah, no, it was really awesome talking to you today and getting to know you a little bit more off the stream. And I'm still in shock that you're considered a quiet person in public and that. Like, I can't see it, honestly.
Yeah, which is weird because at home I'm like loud and obnoxious, but in public, like if something's wrong with my food, like I won't send it back. Like I get terrified because I don't want people to hate me. So I'm just like, well, okay, I guess I'm having a ham sandwich when I ordered Reuben. So cool.
Oh.
You know, it is what it is.
So yeah, awesome. Thank you very much again, and have a great day.
Yeah, thank you for having me on, and I hope you have a great day as well.
Yes, and I'll probably catch you on stream later on because I'm going to be lurking in a lot of streams while I edit these podcasts today.
Oh, fun. Well, hope I see you later. I'll be on at like 3, so.
At 3? That's 3 Eastern? Or no?
Central, so like in an hour.
Oh, in an hour, okay.
Minutes. Yeah.
Right, awesome. Well, thank you very much, and see you later, guys. Thanks for listening. This concludes Behind the BS, Behind the Broadcasting Software with Mystic Mike. Remember to subscribe, like, and leave a comment if you enjoyed this podcast or have any tips or questions for future guests or myself. Remember to email your questions for future guests or just general questions of how you could be a part of Behind the BS. Email me at behindthebs@mysticmikelive.com. Peace and love.